The world of AI is moving at lightning speed, right? And one of the biggest questions on everyone's mind is, what about the kids? How do we keep them safe? Well, it looks like a major AI developer is tackling that head on. They've just dropped a brand new rulebook specifically for teens. Let's dive in and see what's changed. Okay, so here's the breaking news. A brand new set of safety principles has just been released, and it's aimed squarely at users aged 13 to 17. And let me tell you, this is a huge deal. Why? Because it's one of the first times we're seeing a major player in the AI space create a totally separate, custom-built experience just for teenagers. They're finally saying, hey, teens have unique needs and face different risks online, and they're actually doing something about it. So you're probably wondering, how are they actually pulling this off? Well, it all boils down to an update to something called the model spec. Now, what the heck is a model spec? Think of it like the AI's core programming, its rulebook, its constitution. It's the document that tells the AI how to behave. And what's so cool is that for the very first time, it's getting a special section, like a Bill of Rights, just for its teenage users. And this is a really important point to grasp. The model spec isn't just a bunch of complex code. It's actually a written set of rules and, well, values. So this update isn't just about tweaking an algorithm here or there. No, this is about fundamentally rewriting the AI's core instructions on how to interact with young people, especially when things get sensitive. And get this, they're not just winging it. This whole thing is grounded in actual developmental science. What does that mean? It means it's built on a real understanding that being a teenager is, well, a unique time. You're figuring out who you are, you're more susceptible to things like peer pressure. The whole goal here is to create an experience that gets that and respects where teens are in their development. Okay, so that's the why. But what does this new approach actually look like in practice? At the heart of it all are 4 brand new guiding principles. Think of them as being hardwired directly into the AI's brain whenever it talks to a teen. Let's break them down. All right, here they are, the 4 big pillars. First up, put teen safety first. Simple, right? It means the AI is now designed to play it safe, to always err on the side of caution. Second, promote real-world support. So instead of trying to be the solution, it'll actively nudge teens to talk to a trusted adult or find real-world help if they're struggling. Third, and this one's so important, treat teens like teens. It recognizes they're not little kids, but they're not full-blown adults either. And finally, be transparent. Basically, making it clear why the AI says what it says. And this isn't just some idea they came up with in a boardroom. It's happening because experts are demanding it. Big organizations like the American Psychological Association have been calling for exactly this kind of thing, for precautions that are actually appropriate for teenagers' development. So seeing this quote from their CEO, that adds some serious credibility. It shows this new approach is right in line with what the experts think is needed. So let's get practical. What does this actually mean when a teen is chatting with the AI? It means much stronger guardrails are going up around some really high-risk topics. The AI is now trained to do things like de-escalate conversations about self-harm, completely shut down any kind of sexualized role play, and point users toward actual helpful resources if subjects like eating disorders come up. It's a really big shift from being just a neutral tool to being a more responsible guide. But here's the thing. Just changing the AI's rules isn't enough. It's really just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. What they're building is more like a multi-layered safety net. It goes way beyond just the AI's behavior and brings in the product itself, the family, and a whole lot of expert advice. Okay, so layer number 1, the product itself. We're talking about safeguards that are baked right in. Things you'd expect, like parental controls that work across different apps, but also some really smart, simple stuff like take a break reminders popping up to help encourage healthier screen time habits. Then there's layer 2, which is all about family support. Because, let's be real, parents are on the front lines of all this. It's not enough to just have protections inside the app. Parents need the tools to have those sometimes tricky but super important conversations at home. So they're getting access to guides and resources, all vetted by experts, to help them talk to their kids about AI. And finally, layer 3, constant expert guidance. This isn't a set it and forget it kind of thing. They've put together an expert council and even a global physician network to constantly help shape and improve these safety features. This is how they make sure everything stays up to date with the absolute latest research and medical advice. So these 3 layers, they're a huge step forward for sure. But the company is already looking down the road at the next big challenge. And it's a tough one. how do you protect teens who might not be telling the truth about their age? Well, they've got a solution in the works for that too. All right, check this out. The next big thing on the horizon is an age prediction model. This is a really proactive move. We all know that users don't always give their real age, right? So this system is designed to automatically spot underage users and apply those safety features, even if the user hasn't said they're a teen. So how does it work? It's basically a four-step process. First, the system makes an educated guess about the user's age based on different signals. Second, if it thinks, this might be a minor, it instantly applies all those teen safeguards we just talked about. Third, and this is key, if it's not sure, it defaults to the safer under 18 experience. It's a total better safe than sorry approach. And don't worry, if you're an adult who gets misclassified, there's a simple way for you to verify your age. And that really brings us to the big final question, doesn't it? Look, all of these updates are an incredible step forward for making AI safer for young people. No doubt about it. But this technology, it is evolving at an absolutely breathtaking pace. The real challenge is making sure our safety measures can keep up. The question we have to keep asking isn't just how do we protect teens today, but how do we build a safety framework that's ready for the AI world of tomorrow?